Welcome to Did You Know from English Plus, the podcast where we dive into the stories that shaped our world. I'm your host, Danny, and today we're turning the pages of history to focus on a remarkable woman whose name is synonymous with courage and defiance, Rosa Parks. Now, you might think you know her story. The quiet seamstress who refused to give up her seat on a Montgomery, Alabama bus, sparking the civil rights movement. But there's so much more to Rosa Parks than that single act of defiance. Now, why should we care about Rosa Parks today? Because she represents the power of standing up, or in her case, sitting down for what's right. Her action wasn't just about a bus seat. It was a stand against the systemic injustice and racial discrimination that was rampant in America. Rosa Parks' story is a testament to the fact that one person can indeed make a difference. She was an ordinary person who made an extraordinary impact. It's easy to forget that she wasn't just a figure in a history book. She was a real person with fears, hopes, and dreams. Her courage in the face of adversity is something we can all learn from. Her arrest on December 1st, 1955 wasn't a spontaneous act. Parks was a seasoned activist who had long been fighting for civil rights. She was the secretary of the Montgomery chapter of the NAACP and had attended the Highlander Folk School, a Tennessee center for training activists for workers' rights and racial equality. Parks' act of defiance led to the Montgomery bus boycott, a 381-day protest that resulted in the Supreme Court ruling that segregation on public buses was unconstitutional. That was a pivotal moment in the civil rights movement and set the stage for further reforms. As we wrap up this part of the episode, let's remember that Rosa Parks' legacy goes beyond that December evening. She spent her entire life fighting for justice, inspiring generations to continue the battle against inequality. Coming up next, we'll delve deeper into Rosa Parks' life with commonly asked questions, bust some myths, and explore how her legacy continues to influence us today. That's coming next, so don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Did You Know from English Plus, where we're shining a spotlight on the incredible Rosa Parks and her role in the civil rights movement. Let's dive deeper into why understanding her story is crucial, not just as a historical fact, but as a lesson in courage and the power of peaceful protest. Why should we care about Rosa Parks' story? Well, it's very simple. Her actions remind us that change often begins with a single brave decision. It's about understanding the impact one individual can have on the course of history. By learning about her, we're reminded of the ongoing struggle against racial injustice and the importance of standing up for equality. Now let's tackle some frequently asked questions. Was Rosa Parks the first woman to refuse to give up her seat? Well, contrary to popular belief, she wasn't the first. Several months before her, Claudette Colvin, a 15-year-old, was arrested for the same act of defiance. Parks' case, however, became the catalyst due to her involvement with the NAACP and the strategic decision of civil rights leaders to use her story as the face of the movement. And now for another common question. What happened to Rosa Parks after the bus incident? Well, post the bus incident, Rosa Parks faced hardships. She lost her job, received threats, and eventually moved to Detroit. She continued to be an activist, working alongside figures like John Conyers and founding the Rosa and Raymond Parks Institute for Self-Development. And now let's bust a common myth about Rosa Parks. A common myth goes like, Rosa Parks was just tired and that's why she didn't give up her seat. Oh, this is a common misconception. In reality, Parks was mentally tired of the systemic racism and not physically tired. She had made a conscious decision driven by her desire for justice and equality. Now let's talk about how Rosa Parks' story resonates today. That's our discussion section that you and I can share in the comments section of the episode on my website, EnglishPlusPodcast.com. My discussion questions are as follows. How can we apply the lessons learned from Rosa Parks in today's fight for equality and justice? And another question, what other unsung heroes of the civil rights movement should we learn more about? And finally, how can we ensure that the stories of women like Rosa Parks are told and remembered in our history? I encourage you to share your thoughts and reflections in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going. As we close today's episode, I want to thank you all for joining me on this journey through history. Rosa Parks' story is a testament to the fact that our actions, no matter how small they may seem, can ripple out and create monumental changes. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please follow and share English Plus Podcast. Your support helps us continue to uncover and share impactful stories. And for those who want to contribute even further, our Patreon page is always open. Your contributions keep the history alive and relevant. And remember, when you become an English Plus Premium member on Patreon, you will get a lot of extra content that is specially created for our patrons. Signing off, I'm Danny, reminding you that the courage to stand up, or in Rosa Parks' case, to stay seated against injustice, is within all of us. Stay inspired, stay informed, and I'll see you next time on Did You Know from English Plus.